Hey guys, so I just borrowed 6,000 US dollars from some coins I have on the governance chain, which is Cardano. I'll show you exactly how I did it. Now, I wouldn't recommend that you guys do this. This is, from your perspective, this is just for entertainment purposes. But if you do want to try it out, just try it with small amounts. I mean, there's lending platforms like all over crypto. It's not just, this one, which is called Levy Finance. There's also Aave, I think, and there's like a ton more. But yeah, but this one is about how I took out a loan on Levy, which is on Cardano, and put it into Aster DEX and bought Aster. So let's see how it's going. So step one, right? I had these tokens called Angel tokens, and I borrowed exactly 5,000. I believe it was 5,300 ADA. I'll pop up here real soon. There we go. So yeah, so I borrowed 5,679 ADA from 2,453 Angel tokens, which are these. Now at the time, 5,600 was worth like 4,400 USDT or something like that. But yeah. So how did I do that? Well, this is my transaction history. I took out a ton of loans. I couldn't borrow against the full amount because there isn't enough liquidity to support a 7,000 USD withdrawal, as you can see. Cardano in general has pretty low liquidity when it comes to the peer-to-peer lending platforms, but I was able to do it nonetheless. I did it at an average of 82% LTV, which, if you don't know already, is known as stands for the loan to value ratio. So I did it at an average of 82%. Once the ADA was dropped into my wallet, as I've shown you just now, I went over to a simple swap. The fees are a little higher, but it's also very simple, right? I simply chose ADA. I put in the amount I was going to transfer or whatever, and then I chose USDT on Binance Smart Chain. Once that exchange was created, I simply scanned the QR code and deposited that, and simple swap took care of it in the back end for me, and I was able to receive the tether, approximately 4,400 tether, into my Binance Smart Chain wallet. And then subsequently, I deposited that into Aster DEX, into the spot DEX, but not the perpetual DEX. I'll show you what it looks like. Actually, I just went here, pressed deposit. I chose the chain, which is a BNB chain, and then I chose tether. At the time was 4,300. Just inputted that, and then I deposited, and that's it. It's pretty easy. So withdrawing those tokens once I make a profit might be a bit of a different animal. I have been hearing that some people have had some trouble withdrawing. I personally haven't the past few times I did, but we'll see. If there is an issue, I'm not concerned. I don't mind keeping my stuff in this DEX anyway and defaulting on my tokens on Cardano. But yeah, so that's essentially what I'm doing now. How's my trade going? So I bought 2,354 Aster tokens with 4,344 tether at an average price of $1.84. And so far, a second here. So far, I'm up by a few $100s. Let me just switch the toggle over to Aster here. So far, I'm up by so I'm up by just under $300. I plan to take profits at around probably the $2.30 mark, which would mean about $1,200 for me, because the interest payment to pay back this loan right here is 4%. So it's pretty high because it's like a payday loan, right? So, and the loan term is 2 weeks, so they jack up the interest rates so the lender can earn a lot, and hopefully I can make a pretty good play. If not, I'll just default. I'll keep my Aster tokens in there and just wait for another pump. I don't care how long it takes, and I'll just farm the platform for points, which goes into my next point. I did speak about this in a previous post. Let me show you the post real quick. That's the group chat. Don't mind that. this is the post I'm talking about. There is a formula for collecting points, and they just updated it, and they added like a Aster asset holding score among other things. We'll get into that real quick. Give me a second here. Yeah, so these are the rewards. We're currently in stage 2. So like anytime I make a trade, I just get more points, and because I'm part of a team, I get an even higher multiplier, and being part of a team, we all get a higher multiplier, so it's pretty good. We'll see. So once I sell, hopefully for 1,000 profit or more, because like how much you make trading on Aster DEX also goes into the calculation for how many points you get. So we'll see, right? So the more you can make, the more points you'll get in general. Now there's other factors, as I've showed you with the screenshot here before. But yeah, I'm strictly talking about my Aster trade. So once I sell, make a bit of money, then I'll be farming more points. But that's kind of what I'm doing at the moment. Just in summary, I had a ton of tokens on Cardano. I took a loan out, used Simple Swap to deposit it into Binance Smart Chain, and then I deposited that into the spot DEX on Aster DEX, and I'm up by nearly $300 now. So we'll see. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you think I'm going to make it or not. I just plan to keep these tokens anyway, and default in the coins if I'm not up. But last but not least, if you guys want to try this out, I mean, if you want to try this DEX, feel free to use my invite code, which is this. I'll put the link in the description as well, or in the comments, whatever. Yeah, but play with small amounts. I'm not, I won't be the one to tell you what to do. I'm mostly doing this for, like, to learn myself. It's kind of like, I don't know, like I'm documenting it myself, and you can take this like entertainment for you just to see what happens with my stuff. But yeah, hopefully I win, and hopefully you guys are entertained. Other than that, I'll see you guys in the next video. Play safely.